Shalom, everybody. I am definitely not going to keep you long. Thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to give you all heads up. There are a lot of fake stories floating around, like Donald Trump has stepped down. Donald Trump and Pence have stepped down. Donald Trump has been arrested. And a lot of these stories are actually viruses. So you definitely don't want to click on those. I was alerted about it last night, and I'm glad I was alerted. You know, it was actually from family. And it just says, I'm going to read what it says. It says, just want you to know, breaking news, Donald Trump arrested. Please, if you see two police officers arresting Donald Trump on your computer screen, do not click to read the news. It's a virus. Someone has done that and it has infected their computer. Please send to all of your contact lists, pass it on. So look, this is Donald Trump's last week. He already said he's going to give them hell in this last week. His time is up as of next Wednesday, which is the 20th. And he already said he's not going to make it easy over this next week. Now, another thing that's floating around is another armed protest in DC on the 17th. So the January 17th is another big one that's being kicked around that the FBI is watching online. You know, there's a lot of activity going on. So make sure you keep up on everything. But if something is clearly a lie, don't click on it. Don't click on it at all. Steer clear from anything. Donald Trump he got an inflated ego. He's not about to step down from this presidency. Okay. You couldn't chase him out with a rifle. So don't believe the hype when you see it at all. Do not believe it. Pence did not step down. Trump did not step down. And he's not arrested. He should be arrested, but he's not arrested. Yeah, things are crazy. They are just crazy. I was talking to True Royal earlier, and they're now finding members of the U.S. military mixed up in that crowd. So it is just absolutely crazy what's going on. And I got a couple of videos that are coming out. I got two of Trump supporters that were trying to board planes to fly, and their names were on the no-fly list, and you see them getting bounced off the plane. The man, you don't see him get off the plane, but he has a meltdown at the airport. See, they were saying if they got out immediately after the U.S. Capitol event, they made it home. But those that waited and left hours later or even the next day, they were already thrown on a no-fly list. And it was easy to get them. Think about it. They already had their names and all their information from them flying in for Trump's rally. So it was easy for them to throw them on a no-fly list. But yeah, I mean, the videos are popping up on Twitter and TikTok, and these folks are crying and having meltdowns when they find out they can't fly home. Okay, they can't fly home after going into Washington, D.C. And people flew from all over the country. Now, it's jacked up if you're in D.C. and you lived in Arizona. You got kicked off the plane. Woo, that's some messed up mess. Thank you, Jerusalem, for becoming a new member of my channel. So yeah, these folks are having a serious meltdown. I guess they didn't think they were going to get caught or placed on that list, but it's several videos out there. I got two that I'm going to show you, but they'll be showing after midnight. So I guess if you're a late you're one of those people that just burn the midnight oil, then you'll see it. If not, then you just go to sleep and see it when you wake up in the morning. But yeah, there's so much going on out here. It is absolutely crazy. And there's more coming out about the Capitol. And I was looking at some of the pictures today, how they went in there and ransacked quite a few of the offices, and they had the feces going down. Oh, I still can't get over the feces part. Oh, that is just so nasty. That is just so nasty. And now you got the New York Bar Association. They're trying to get rid of Rudy Giuliani. I mean, it is just absolute chaos. And just expect it to be this way, at least for the next week. Trump only got one more week to act up. Okay. And after that, Joe Biden will be sworn in. And they're even saying that's a very dangerous time. They have to beef up security. Of course, they're not going to have the normal presidential parade where, they get out of their car and walk, but they are going to walk, but they said it's going to be a short distance. So, I mean, this is just, never thought I was going to live to see all of this. Yeah, Bert, I did see the warrants for the U.S. military soldiers, NCOs, that were in the crowd. Yep. Quite a few of these people went in the Capitol. So, and they even arrested the ones that had the zip ties, and I was hearing they had plans to go in there and try to get Mike Pence and take him hostage. I mean, they had all kinds of crazy plans going on. Take some of the senators and the Congress people as hostages. Man, I tell you what, I can't believe they tried to compare that BS to the Black Panthers going into the state capitol in California. Come on. There ain't no way they didn't even come close to doing half of the stuff that these folks did. And if you remember, also one very important thing is they did not have ammunition when they went in there. The Black Panthers did not have any ammunition. So it is day and night. But, they're going to always try to dig up something and make you believe it's the same when it's absolutely not. So y'all just be on the lookout for those fake articles or emails that you may get in the coming days. Don't click on it, especially if you know it's not true. Don't click on it. But you should be okay. Yeah, well, I mean, they're all whining and crying. I think 20 of them have already been brought up on domestic terrorist charges. So, I mean, that's on them. They didn't have to do that stuff. They didn't have to take it that far. They went overboard. And many of you may know they found pipe bombs at the DNC and RNC buildings. And I got that coming up. I mean, they went overboard. And those pipe bombs, they said, were live pipe bombs, and they had to detonate them to destroy them. And the DNC and RNC buildings are just blocks away from the U.S. Capitol. Now, I don't know if I don't think they caught the person, because they were asking the public, did they know who they were? And the only thing they had was like a still shot of the person walking away that planted the bombs, and he's pulling one of those suitcases along. Yeah, video 99. I got that footage. You'll see it after midnight. It should be popping up on my channel at midnight, of the person crying at the airport because they were on the no-fly list. Yeah, those videos are cropping up. A lot of people are cropping them up, posting them, filming them and posting them. And there's still a lot of their people ratting them out. I mean, look, this ain't even us. This is their own people ratting them out to the FBI and Homeland Security and stuff. Their owners doing that mess. Mm-mm. You know what? Yeah, they talk trash about us. Um, looting and all that. Even the looting that they do during the protests don't even compare to what they did up at the US Capitol. What do? They go in the stores, take some food and some items. I mean, come on, that's really the worst it gets. They went in there and looted the US Capitol, smeared feces around. They trashed people's offices. And, there's footage of a black cop that have quite a few of those supporters chasing him. Do you know he tricked them into doing that? I was wondering why he was running. You might have seen the footage. He went downstairs to tell them to leave, and they just instantly start following him because they don't have no respect for no damn black cop. Y'all know that. So they start running behind him, and he took them up on the second floor. What he actually did was divert them away from a location where they were hiding some of the Congress and the senators, and he diverted them upstairs. They didn't even know what was going on. So today they're calling him a hero for what he did. They didn't even know they were being tricked. But yeah, that officer really fooled their butts. Yeah, they talk trash about the Black Panther Party, but the Black Panther Party did not. I mean, first of all, look at the differences in the reason why both of these groups of people went to the state capitol. The Black Panthers went to the state capitol, ladies and gentlemen, because of police brutality, how the government was mistreating the Black community. They went up there to save Black lives. That's why the Black Panther went up there. These people went to the Capitol and other state capitals in the country because their butt sore because their candidate didn't win. Look at the difference. Okay, look at the difference. And plus, the Black Panthers ain't going up there to pee on buildings and smear boo boo all through the hallway. They don't do no. First of all, I don't even like looking at my own shit, okay? I can't wait to flush the toilet. I don't even like looking at that. I'm going to take it somewhere and smear it on? No. First of all, that ain't no black thing. We don't play in no damn feces. That ain't us. That's definitely not us. Shoot, man, we may do a lot of things, but playing in shit ain't one of them. And I did also see a footage of them having a cleaning crew in there trying to get everything all cleaned up and everything. Man, I would never want to do that job. I would never, ever want to do that job. Yeah, yeah. See, they took it to levels that we would never go to. We wouldn't do even a fraction of the stuff they did. I mean, first of all, when black people protest, we protest out in the streets. Yeah, it may be some stores they'll go into and take some stuff. That's as far as it goes. When do we go on protest and you see black people storming federal buildings and destroying things? That's not our thing. Okay, touching federal buildings, that's not our thing. That's not a big thing among black people. That ain't us. Thank you, Lisa Jackson. for the super sticker. In fact, thank everybody that gave a super chat and super sticker. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. You know what? After knowing what happened in that Capitol, I don't care if they sanitize it. I wouldn't want to be in there. You know, they were talking about items that were taken. To be honest with you, I wouldn't even care. They would just have to give me all new things. I wouldn't want items that walked out the door. I don't know where it's been. I don't know who's been touching it. I don't know any of that. And I was also reading, some people were saying they went in there and contaminated the place. They were hoping that they would give COVID to the senators and the Congress people in there. I wouldn't doubt it. That's definitely a super spreader event. And you can best believe we're going to have U.S. Capitol surge, y'all, probably in about a week. The people that went up to that Capitol are going to start falling ill with COVID, because when we looked out at that crowd, y'all know as well as I do, we didn't see hardly anybody with a mask on. They were out there. There was no social distancing. Them people were on top of each other, trying to get into the Capitol, climbing through the same window. They didn't care. They did not care. Well, I also heard, thank you, Justin Sandolfo. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And I also heard they're planning on picketing Twitter for permanently taking down Trump's account. They're planning some kind of attack on Twitter. Thank you, Mark Brown, and thank you, Maurice Hill. So the only thing I got to say to us, ladies and gentlemen, is stay out of it. Stay out of it. I did see a few Black people sprinkled in there, had no business being there. You know how some of them are, but just stay away from this stuff. Stay clear away from it if you can. Well, you know, that cop, the first U.S. Capitol police officer that died, those Trump supporters beat that man to death. He was beaten to death. And then he ended up dying in the hospital. And the second cop committed suicide. So you got two cops that are dead. But yeah, I haven't heard a thing about them arresting the people that beat that cop to death. They haven't said not one word about it. Now, I've heard them talking about other things, but they haven't said one single thing about the cop that got beat up and ended up in the hospital and died. Thank you, Justin, again for the super sticker. You let a mob of Black people beat a cop. They would have had you in custody before sundown. Okay? They would have identified and had everybody in custody before the sun went down. I don't know. Bagani, I don't know if something appeared on the video that just didn't look so good for that cop, but one of the cops committed suicide and the other one was beaten to death. And I haven't heard them say one single thing about rounding up and arresting those Trump supporters that beat that cop down like that. It was several of them that had surrounded him and they were beating on that man. TMB. You know what? My cat Loretta got sense to even get me. Like, if she feels there's too much poo in the litter box, she'll come get you and let you know. You know, you need to get this out of my litter box. I don't like my own poo. You know, cats will do that. They'll pitch a fit if they don't like the way their litter box is, or you didn't come and scoop it out. I try to go and scoop it out, but Sometimes it may go a day and she'll even like, what's up with you? Come and get my litter box, you know? I mean, that's an animal. So if you know an animal got sense enough to come to a human and say, "Can you please get rid of my poo?" You know damn well humans should have better sense. I don't know. You know, usually when these outrageous things happen and it's non-black people, you won't hear back the blue. They suddenly go silent. So that right there tells you they don't really care about that shit. It's just another way to counteract black people. That's all it is. They don't care. That mess don't mean nothing to them and they know it. They don't care nothing about the blue. Because if they really did, it wouldn't matter who the faces are that assault or violate or even kill a cop. It wouldn't make any difference, but it does make a difference. It's all about race. So back to blue is just a bunch of fakery. It's all about race. Yeah, there are more. In fact, the FBI is watching all of the chatter that's going on online. That's how they picked up on January 17th. Because, you know, now that they did all that stuff at the US Capitol, those folks, those Trump supporters, are going to be heavily monitored on the internet. They don't realize they made themselves targets when they went up there. So anything that they say online is going to be closely watched. Thank you, Kevin, for the super chat. I know, Devin, why you got to bring race into the conversation. Well, they brought race into the conversation 500 years ago and they never let it go. So, you know, it's no point in whining about it now. 500 years later. No, no point in whining about it now. We didn't start the conversation on race. They did. Thank you, Brittany, for the super sticker. Yeah, but you know, I noticed they didn't do the same thing they do to us. You know, when it's us, they bring out the military gear. They had no police dogs. They had nothing armored. And one of the Congress people was very upset. I can't remember who it was now. They said they did not even get the Pentagon did not even get the National Guard up there until 2 hours later. 2 hours. Now, if you remember the Jacob Blake case, they had the National Guard out on the streets and nothing happened there, but they had them there just in case on the streets. But when it comes down to them, 2 hours later, the National Guard shows up. Seji, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. I can't wait for you to come back. I really miss your videos. I was telling everybody that on my last live stream. I said, I was telling everybody how much I miss you. I miss your videos. Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they always treat us so differently, but you know what? One thing it did, ladies and gentlemen, this stuff went out worldwide. So there's no longer any doubt that we are treated differently from white people when it comes down to policing. So that's all out the window. All them arguments that we're all the same, and and they get killed more than us. All that stuff is out the window now. That's dead. Okay. Well, we shall see. All I got to say, it's been interesting, but I did see that they dragged Melania online because people were upset that she paid homage to the girl that got shot in the neck, the Trump supporter. And she didn't say anything about the police until last. And a lot of people were very upset with her over that. And she got dragged pretty badly out there on Twitter. I don't know how many of you were watching. She was out there now that Trump can't be out there. Thank you, Backup Trick 44, for the super sticker. Yeah, whatever. That sounds like an excuse, Sly brother. They need more funding for the police for the insurrection. Sound like an excuse to me. Sound like an excuse. Thank you, Angel Bennett, for the super sticker. Yeah, I mean, look, y'all, I mean, really think about this. Trump supporters tried to overthrow the damn government. They went out there and they made an attempt to overthrow the damn government. So, yes, there's a lot of people that are upset with them. And that's why, like I said, that's why they're getting ratted out all over the place, because even people that look like them are upset with them. Thank you, Black Mama, for the super sticker. No, yeah, I mean, that's why and believe it or not, their own people are the ones ratting them out. they're their own. They're very upset with them. Well, yeah, Cassius Williams, Mike Pence, they had to beef up his security. He's getting death threats from those Trump supporters. I guess they felt like he was not loyal to him, so they're upset and making death threats on him. They said over the last 24 hours, he's gotten a lot of death threats. Thank you, Indigo King 1111, for the super chat. Yeah, I saw that, Bert. Yeah, one of the sheriff's ex-wives called the FBI and turned him in. Yeah, that's some messed up stuff. Yeah, that's why I said they better pray it's not somebody mad at them or somebody they have pissed off really bad, one of them Trump supporters. They're going to turn them in. Yeah, I did see that. That was funny. Better make sure your ex-wife ain't pissed at you if you're a Trump supporter. She may turn your butt in. But I heard that's what happened to one of the military. Somebody went there, and I think they were an NCO, and somebody ratted them out. They got snitched on. Yeah, yeah. Well, when you go on them no-fly lists, let me tell you, number one, that'll impact them no matter what airline. Now, they might be kicked off of Delta or American Airline, but once you're on that TSA no-fly list, that applies to every single airline. And on top of that, you're usually on there for life. You're on there for life. On rare occasions, they may take you off, but for the most part, once you're on there, you are on there for good. So these folks will not be able to fly to another Trump rally for the rest of their life. Thank you, Sparky Sparks. It up. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, so those people are really screwed. They really screwed themselves. So if it's a family member that pass away or something happened, or even their job requires them to travel, they're not going to be able to do it now. They're not going to be able to travel even for their jobs. No, they can't even fly out of the country. Lucilius, Alexander, no, they can't even fly out of the country. They can't fly domestic or internationally once you're on the no-fly list. And see, and that's another thing. When they go to buy tickets, it's going to pop up immediately, that they're on that no-fly list. Yeah, quite a few of them got fired from their jobs. Some of their employers were able to identify quite a few of those, those people that were out there tearing up the Capitol. They were identified by their own employers and fired. And it was 4 people that died. We know about the woman that got shot in the neck. And the other woman that died, she was trampled to death. From what I was reading, they had trampled her to death. And the 2 men they claim were health episodes. There were health episodes. So I don't know. Thank you, Black Mama, for the super sticker. I don't know. I don't know what these people were thinking, putting themselves out like that. I mean, come on, really think about this. You put yourself out there. Trump ain't going to save you. He's not going to bail you out. He's not going to pay for your legal defense. He's not going to get you off of the no-fly list. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to do nothing for you. You put yourself out there for a person that's not, he don't have your back like that. And that's what many of them are going to realize. Trump don't have their back. And look at what you did. Cameron Charles, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, I'm sure they got paid actors that were out there too. They always do. Thank you, Mathron Nixon, for the super sticker. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that last night. I was like, these people putting themselves out there for Trump, and Trump is not going to do anything for them. And how many of them were in the crowd that were unemployed? Think about that. How many were unemployed? And you were in that crowd and now you're busted. How are you going to pay for a legal defense on unemployment? You know damn well they don't pay you unemployment like that in this country. So anybody that got busted and they're collecting unemployment, they are screwed. You ain't even going to be able to pay for a lawyer with that. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah. I was listening to Terrain last night, and he was talking about that old stupid dude that went out there with his employment badge on. I mean, that was the dumbest thing. I knew he was going to get caught. He was too dumb. Well, you know what? Speaking of stimulus check, True Royal, I was listening to Joe Biden a little earlier this morning, and he said when he goes into office, he wants to get $2,000 checks out to everybody. But there is one, I think that Congressman Hawley, he is the one Democratic holdout that don't want to give everybody $2,000 checks. And he said without that vote, they're not going to be able to push it through. So that's what at least that's what he said this morning, that they want to do it, but they got one person that's not on board, and if they don't get at least him on board, then the 2000 is not possible. But we shall see. We shall see. We'll see how determined he is to get that 2 grand through. I'm at the point I would have to see it to believe it. Yeah, I saw Armia, I saw Clarence Thomas' wife incite violence online. She was cheering on the insurrectors, the insurrectionists that went up there. She was cheering them on online. And I said, okay, because she's Clarence Thomas' wife, she gets away with inciting violence online. You know? Mm, okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think Joe Biden is full of crap. You know, if you really want to get that $2,000 out, you can get it out. Yeah. Yeah. How many or how many people is she going to bail out that's now in trouble with the law? Thank you, Cap, for the super chat. Yeah, how much money is Clarence Thomas' wife going to put up now that these folks are in trouble with the law? She's another one. She's full of shit. She ain't going to do nothing for them damn people. Um Hawley. I think this is how you spell his name. Hawley. And I think they said he is the holdout. He's a Democrat, but he leans a lot towards Republicans. And they said he is the holdout of blocking the $2,000 in the Democratic Party. So he claims if you don't get this, at least this one person on board, it's not possible to get it passed. So that's the person. No, it's he said Hawley. Hold on, let me see if I can find it, because I know this Hawley guy is in a lot of trouble. In fact, he's a lawyer, and they're trying to get him disbarred. All right, hold on. Stimulus. Wow. I mean, uh, yeah, I think you're right. Hold on, let me just look. Democratic Senator Manchin cast doubt on $2,000 direct payments jeopardizing passage. And of course, I'm looking through the list and it's all Mitch McConnell, Mitch McConnell, Mitch McConnell. That's why, you gotta kind of go slow here because it's flooded with Mitch McConnell. Okay. No, I'm not seeing it. What I need to do is I need to go back and dig up that footage that I looked at earlier this morning from Joe Biden and just listen to it again. Thank you, Justin, again for the super stickers. I do appreciate it. No, I haven't heard Candace speak very much about this, but she did come out and say some BS about Netflix the other day. I didn't even pay her no mind. I didn't even pay her ass any mind. Instead of worrying about what's going on, she need to attend to her pregnancy and worry about her baby, which she should be giving birth any month now. She should be close to the end of her pregnancy, actually. That's what she need to worry about, and stop coming online talking all kinds of BS about a black category on Netflix. There's nothing wrong with that. She's just full of crap. Yeah, I mean, I think Yvette Schumer thinks $2,000 STEM is coming soon. I think they should try to do it anyway, even if everybody is not on board. Just do the vote. Do the vote. Let the people take care of the naysayers. Believe me, they're going to be all down their backs if they don't get it. Just let the people take care of the naysayers. But go ahead and push the vote through. Yeah, we are Israel, Slim D, but in this society and in the Gentile world, we're still known and listed and classified as the byword. See, that's why I don't get upset about it. Because, see, when you call me by that byword, you're telling me exactly who I am. Patience is a virtue. So if I'm a byword, then I got to be Israel. So go right ahead and pin it on me, because that's who I am. And plus, I don't let these Gentiles get to me like that. Yeah, Jay Walker. Yeah, I remember that was posted out on Twitter. She actually posted it out on Twitter that her husband was laying around with her brother. You know, I mean, she put that out there. Nobody else put that out there. Candace put that out there herself. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're right, Brittany. In scripture, it said we would be hated, and we are hated. We are hated. Definitely. Yeah, I'm not hung up on that kind of stuff, Slim D. I'm not, because I know once this is all over, all of these bywords that we're called, all of that's going to change. We're not going to be under these bywords forever. It's just a temporary thing. But the fact that they keep changing our identity tells you right there something ain't right. We're colored, we're Negro, okay, we're African American. They keep changing what we are. That right there should send a red flag up for everybody. But, don't get caught up in what we are called in the Gentile world. The Gentiles don't like us. Okay, so they gonna come up with anything except for who we really truly are. We know that already. So don't let that stuff get next to you. Just know once this is over, you're gonna be the head. They're going to be the tail. And at that point, they're not going to be at liberty to call you out of your name anymore. They're not going to be able to do those things. Yes, and in fact, Slim D, I did a live stream over the weekend. This was a while back, and I did the 613 bylaws that Brother L put out. So, that has already been done. I don't care if we go over it again. That's not a problem. We can do the laws and the 613 laws again. There's nothing wrong with doing it. Nothing wrong with doing it over and over if we have to. No, that's okay. It's out there, but it can be done again. But yeah, don't even get yourself hung up on that. I know some people are, but look, everything that we are in right now is going to pass away. And once that all pass away, all of these bywords we're called, all that's going to pass away right along with it. That's why I'm not sweating it. I don't let it get to me. Well, we got the triple conjunction. Tonight and tomorrow night is the last night. And lift up those voices and pray. It's a lot of energy out there right now coming from the heavens. Yeah, the bywords is to hide who we are. That's why I don't get upset, because I know what they're doing. And like I said, and I know once this is all over, they're not going to be calling us a byword again. The hell with that. So don't get so much hung up on that. Be more hung up on the bigger goal at the end, and that is our deliverance out of this hellhole. Okay, that is where your focus should be. The hell with what these people call you, because at the end of the day, their time is up, and they're not going to be allotted any more time after this. Thank you, Rosalind, for becoming a new channel member. Yeah, one day, this will all be behind us. All right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for coming. I always enjoy our time together. I really, truly do. And we'll be doing this again as the topics come out. And thank you. We got 962 people in here. All praises to the Most High. Everybody, enjoy your night. Peace, family.